Hey, it's another YouTube episode of Quest for Gear, your home recording amateur guitar, drums, synth, bass, mixers, preamps, microphones, all the stuff you would need to make records at home YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if you dang well feel like it. Today I want to talk about the J Mascis Signature Tele. It's a Mexican Fender Tele. It's a fantastic instrument. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to talk about specs and investment. And you may say, we've already done a video like this. Yes, I have done a video about my J Mascis Tele. But today I'm asking the question, what's as good as a J Mascis Tele? What's as good as one? Well, what's as good as one is two of them. Yes, that's right. I found another one used. So I've been buying these used. I feel at 2,200 Canadian, which is, I think that's before tax at this point. I think a new one at this point is 2,200 Canadian before tax. So we're talking $2,200. I think that's way too much money, especially for a Mexican guitar, right? You could have a nice Fender American for that kind of money. Excuse me while I sneeze. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just thought I was going to sneeze. Anyway, all right. 2,200 Canadian, too much money. But if you can pick them up like used, like I have, I grabbed the one for 1,600 and the other one for 1,200. I think that's an okay deal. And I think they are longer term investments. Now, they are not limited, but guess what? Everything's limited. Everything is limited. So although, they don't call it a special limited run, they're going to stop making them eventually. Look what happened to the Thurston Moore and Lee Ronaldo signature guitars from the mid-aughts. I think 2004, 2005. Those things are now $4,000 or $5,000 if you can find them. Look at the other J Mascis Purple Sparkle Jazzmaster. If you can find one of them, they're $3,000, $4,000, right? It may be a different story here. This is the J Mascis Squire. Everybody knows this one, right? You're seeing these in Long and McQuaid's everywhere because they're such a popular, great seller. That may be fairly easy to get, but I think these Teles are going to go limited. And I also think at the price they are now, people are going to stop buying them. Who's going to pay $2,200 for a Mexican Tele? I just not going to do it. For $2,200 Canadian, I'm going to buy a professional or a performer, something in that range, maybe new, maybe used, depending. But so anyway, these are fantastic guitars. I bought two for several reasons. One, because I found one. Two, because my girlfriend and I don't share real well. She has her little station over here. She has a channel too called Heather. I think it's like Heather Learns to Play Guitar or something. Well, let's go look in the Shadow set list. It'll tell me. Yeah. Heather Learns Guitar at Heather Learns Guitar. And she has her little station over here with her Ernie Ball booth and the pedal board she's building. There's an orange amp under there. So we don't share real well. So we both love this guitar. And if we don't both have one, we're both not going to feel like we own one because we just don't share real well. So now we got his or hers. But it's not just me and her that are going to share these. I got a bandmate, Steve, in another band I'm in, and Steve and I both love this guitar. So while I will bring one of these to practice with this other band, I let Steve use it, and I'm like, I'd kind of like to play it too. So now Steve and I can both have one, we'll look like that band ZZ Top, Not because we have matching beards, but because we have matching J Mascis Blue Sparkle Teles. I think that'd kind of look cool. But it is a fantastic guitar. Now, before we get into the spec sheets, I'm going to read all the specs of these things. I'm not going to play one today. There's other videos of playing one. I just want to talk about them and that I do think they're an investment. I think someday I will sell them used for $2,000 with the inflation and the fact that the Canadian dollar is like literally worth not like the Canadian dollar has nothing backing it. It's not worth the plastic it's printed on. It's not worth the digital ones and zeros that they just invented out of thin air. The Canadian dollar is valueless. So as opposed to 12 or 1,600 Canadian dollars to be held in some fake bank account in some fake economy in some fake country called Canada, I would rather have something physical, which would be a guitar like this that soon, you know, I will be able to sell anywhere around the world for $2,000 Canadian. I'm sure of it. We'll come back 3 years. Look at this video. I'm sure I will be able to sell these used for $2,000. Oh, what's wrong, Chewy? What's wrong? You sad? He just went for a giant walk and didn't want to come back in. He just wants to walk forever now. I can't walk forever. It's getting cold out. All right. So one thing you got to know about these as opposed to a normal Telecaster. Well, first of all, they come battle damaged. You see that, right? They come like that. Now let's go look at the other one. You can see it's fairly similar in its battle damage, right? Look at the little nicks and stuff. So it's hard to tell when you get these off the shelf. You're like, did Long and McQuaid drop it? Or is it like this was part of the signature charm? Well, it's part of the signature charm that they come, you know, relic like J Mascis's was. The other thing you got to know about these as opposed to playing a real, you know, normal Telecaster, such as my my beautiful yellow Curtis over here. I love this yellow Brian Curtis guitar. Is that the pickups are out of phase, okay? So it's almost never going to make sense to play like this. Oh, look at my two different switch knobs. I got a white one and a black one. Black one's original. This one came with a white one. It's not going to make sense to play in the middle because the pickups are going to be out of phase because that's how J Mascis's was. And when Fender recreated J Mascis's 58 Tele, which is J Mascis's favorite guitar to play leads on almost all of his recordings, when Fender got his in the factory to recreate it, the pickups were out of phase. And they're like, your pickups are out of phase. And J Mascis is like, oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I never play in the center. He always flips the rhythm, flips the lead. And I've gotten in that habit too. So, oh man, they're just so beautiful. They're just so beautiful to look at. They sound amazing. They play amazing. Now, I'm going to read you the specs. And the specs are going to kind of read you the same. But let me tell you, Chewy's freaking out. Chewy, you want to go upstairs? You can't go outside. You can go upstairs. Go upstairs, Chewy. Come on, you're ruining my video. All right, I got to put him outside then. Come here. Chewy, you know I don't edit my videos, so like literally this is like taking up video time. Sorry, folks. I'm sorry, folks. You're going to have to fast forward a minute here. All right. A rare look into the Quest for Gear garage. Come here, Chewy. Let's go. Get your butt outside. So, and yeah, the worst part about this is he's going to want back in about 30 seconds. There you go. 30 seconds he's going to want back in. All right. So the pickups are out of phase. All right. Weird thing about the specs being the same is that for me to pick both of them up, the newer one I got with the black knob, black switch, slightly lighter. It's not my imagination. It's not that I got one arm stronger than the other a little bit. It's slightly lighter. And the neck on that one feels slightly thinner. I know how bizarre that sounds. All right, let's do some specs before Chewy wants back in. All right, we've got a Alder body, polyester body finish, Telecaster shape, obviously. The electronics are J Mascis custom 58 single coils. The pickup configuration is single. Bridge plus neck, you can see it actually says out of phase right there. Out of phase. And neck pickup. Some people will take these and wire them back in phase because they want a proper Telecaster. You can do that. I mean, I argue, well, then why maybe this isn't the Telecaster for you. If you're going to wire it back into phase, then maybe the 58 J Mascis signature is not, just go get a blue Tele. Like Landon Bailey's got lots of beautiful, beautiful blue Teles. Go check out Landon Bailey's channel. Not that he's hurting for subscribers, but neck is a 4-bolt neck. It's a maple neck. The fingerboard is a maple, which is my favorite. Fingerboard radius is 9.5 inches. As John Mayer will tell you, he does not believe the fingerboard radius matters that much. He didn't even notice it when he made a John Mayer custom with whoever he made it with. Was it Paul Reed Smith or Silver Sky or something like that? When he made his, he didn't even know what the fingerboard radius is. I don't know what it is either, but I can tell you John Mayer says it don't matter. He says it matters more how high and low your guitar strap sits than the fingerboard radius. They are jumbo frets. It is a custom J Mascis C-shaped neck. That's an interesting observation. The nut width is 1.685. The neck finish is a road-worn nitro cellulose lacquer. The necks feel really nice. They don't feel like over-lacquered or sticky. I'll tell you, one of the worst feeling necks I got down here, you're going to be surprised. You want all these guitars, you want to know the worst feeling necks I got down here? This Gibson Les Paul. The neck feels gross. Just gross. It's sticky. It's slow and sluggish. Isn't that weird? I guess I'm not the only one to complain about Gibson Les Paul lately. Hardware is a 3-saddle vintage style top-loaded Tele with barrel brass saddles. Yeah, so it's top load too. It doesn't load in the back. Top loading Tele, so the strings are a little easier to bend. What else we got for specs here? Pickguard is a 1-ply mirrored chrome. Strap buttons are vintage style. The tuning machines are vintage style. Let's just turn one of these around really quick. Yeah, that's nice. Jam the strings up. I love these vintage style tuners. And you can see the J Mascis logo signature on the back. I love these. I just love the way they look. I love the way they feel. And I can tell you these guitars stay in tune really nice. When I got this one home, I actually got it from British Columbia, so I flew all the way across Canada. The one string wouldn't stay in tune. I can't remember if it was the B or the G. I just took it off and fritzed with the guitar, and now it stays in tune fine. The strings that come with are a 10 gauge. I don't know what's on these right now, to tell you the truth. I always do slinky 9s, but who knows what's on these right now. Whatever strings are on them right now, they feel nice. It's a Bottle Rocket Blue Sparkle Blue finish, and it's supposed to come with a gig bag, but I did not get a gig bag with either of these because I got them new. Who loses the gig bag, by the way? You know? Like, if I got a guitar that comes with a case or a gig bag, I don't lose it. I don't walk down the street and it flies out of my hands and, you know, over the building downtown and then ends up in the river. Like, who loses their gig bag or their case? I don't understand. But anyway, I don't have the gig bags because the asshats that own these ones somehow lost their gig bags. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they live in it now. I don't know. Well, I love these guitars. If you ever get a chance, there's only 4 in Canada at Long & McQuaid's right now. Maybe some of the independent dealers may have some. But in terms of Long & McQuaid stock, there are only 4 in Canada. And not in Ontario either. But if you ever get a chance, try them out. They're really great. And also, to promote J Mascis a little bit more, this Jazzmaster is great too. These are a lot easier to come by, as I mentioned before. The J Mascis Jazzmaster. So, hey, this has been Quest for Gear. And quick look at the shout-out list. We got everybody from Mike Forrester, I Love Recording, to Warheart Arts, to Full Blast Studios, to Heather Learns Guitar, to Black Lily at Bioglass, to 111. We got all kinds of people on the shout-out set list. Hey, just do me a favor and pause the video and write all these down and go subscribe to these. And also give me a like and subscribe if you want to. Anyway, this is me jibber-jabbering about the J Mascis 58. Oh, man. I say 58. Is it a 59 now? Oh, at any rate, it's the J Mascis signature Fender guitar Tele. Very beautiful. Thanks for watching, everybody.